All right, we are here. All is moving and grooving in the pace that it should be. We see the all seeing eye. We're here together, multiple levels of consciousness. Fantastic Friday football. We sure hope so. We sure hope so. Let's have a look here. What should we do today? Do hip hop? See if that works. We are currently on Restream, and we've got some wild hip hop in the background. We got chill hop. Let's try chill hop. See what that's like. You gotta give it a second. This is not bad. I'm okay with this. This works. Works very well, in fact. Okay, so we got chat here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Let's put you up here. We are currently also on, soon to be in a couple seconds. You have to press go. We're also now on Instagram. So thank you to all the people who are here with us. We appreciate you each and every day. Who are you voting for today? And I mean for the weekend. Are you going for the Ravens? Do you think the Ravens got it? The Baltimore Ravens? Lamar Jackson? Is that going to happen? Is that the plan? I don't know. Voting for. Yes, football. What's the team that you like? I've not seen you for a while. You know, it's been a moment. Are you okay? Is everything going well in your world? We'll put you up here. I'm hoping there's going to be the upset of the universe. And you're going to say, what's that? Well, CJ Stroud will somehow win. Will beat everybody. I don't know how they got past the last round. To be honest with you, I thought for sure Cleveland had it. Joe Flacco had it. I thought that was it. It was all going to work out. I had no idea. I won't lie to you. I had no frame of reference whatsoever of what was going to go on. All right. Don't regret growing older. It's a privilege denied to many. Oh, I like that. Let's click that. Okay. So we'll go back to live here. We got it up on the top there. You know, every day is a gift. We have to take care of each other here on this earth, right? So, what's going to happen to Michael Daniels there? They haven't talked about getting rid of him, but, you know, the Dolphins did phenomenal in the regular season. The Cowboys did phenomenal in the regular season. Do you see a pattern? Now, the Browns, they hung around only because of the efforts and the tutelage of Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco saved the day. Pete Carroll, where's he going to land? Nobody seems to care. Nobody's talking about it. Okay, let's do this here. Chiefs are playing the Bills this Sunday. Yes. 62 inches of snow. Oh, my Lord. Do you think the Chiefs, though, this year are as good as they were last year? I personally think not. I think they're lacking. I'll tell you one thing, though. Patrick Mahomes is way healthier. Oh my God, is that guy fast? He's like a lightning bolt. Anyone who's in the comments, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We are currently on Restream on, what are we on today? YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram, which can be a bit of a pain in the you know what, but once you get it going. If you ever want to do Instagram Des on Restream, it has to be portrait, or it is an absolute mess that nobody can understand, and it just looks like you don't know what you're doing. We did that, unfortunately, with the Bells Kings. So you just don't know day to day, right? What's going to happen. And as long as you learn some valuable lessons along the way, you're rocking. But the Chiefs, you think they were better last year. Why were they better last year? I'm curious. What made them better? I think our friend wasn't distracted. I think our friend wasn't dating a billionaire. I think there wasn't 2 million more Swifties, which I love, by the way. I'm so glad the Swifties are here. I'm all for the Swifties. We need them. We do. Because football needs a new audience. It really does. What are you going to do when all the old farts die? You know? Because they ended up in the Super Bowl. You don't think they're going to hit the Super Bowl this year? I think they're still going to do it, by the way. I think they'll find a way. I don't know if they'll win, but I think they'll make it. They barely made it last year. Couple of bad plays. Think about it. Right? You know? Jalen Hurts fumbled. If he had not fumbled, I think it would have been a very, very different outcome. I felt really bad for Jalen Hurts. I thought that game he was the best player on the field. This year, he seems injured all the time. Yeah, I do. I'd be shocked if they don't. I don't know if they're going to win, though. I don't know if they have enough tools to win. And the truth is, you know, their defense is better than it's ever been. So it'll keep them in it. But, you know, the explosive power they used to have where they would go into like the third quarter and they'd be down 2 scores? It was no big deal. You could tell. They were like, oh, we can get 14 points, no problem. I don't feel like they feel like that anymore. I feel it's like, that may not happen. It may not happen at all, right? I have really enjoyed the NFL this year. It's been fun. It's been fun doing it with all the other contributors. I just want to take a moment and thank a few people. Of course, Tony D, the one of a kind to shock your mind. Who else? The real deal, Ted Hicks. And of course, Fireman Rich. How can you do anything without Fireman Rich? He's kind of the glue. It's going to be interesting to see who are the 4 going to be. I'm curious who you think. I would love to see Baker Mayfield make it. I don't know if that's possible. You know, he had cracked ribs and he had a bad ankle, but they still won. I think you can't underestimate at all Green Bay. Wouldn't it be funny if the lower seeds made it? And it was the annihilation this year of all the top seeds. That would suck. But it's very possible. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, and I think anybody can win this time of the... Yeah, time will tell. Time will tell. So if you had your ideal situation, you would want them in the Super Bowl. Would you be happy if they made it to the Super Bowl but didn't win? Would it be enough this year for them to make it to the Super Bowl? Do you know how difficult it is just to get in a playoff game? It's rare. It is such a rare feat. People don't realize. There's people who've been in the league for years and years and years and have never won a playoff game. Ever. Because the teams they were with are just not strong enough. They make it to the playoffs, but they never win. That happens a lot. And that's when you look at the statistical data and you go, hey, these are all true facts. All right, let's have a quick look here. I always try to, every day, do some of the bookmarks. Okay, let's see if we got this going here. All right, click this on here. I got to make this like this, and now it'll fit. Okay. In science, we call it energy. In religion, we call it spirit. In the streets, we call it vibes. All I'm saying is trust it. Trust yourself. Trust your team. You know, that's the key. Trust. Trust that everything will unfold just as it should in a manner that is pleasing to you. If you constantly in your mind have chatter of, why does this always happen to me? Oh my Lord, I'm never going to be able to pay my bills. Have the anticipation that something will come. Something is coming. It's down the pipe. It's here for you. Everything you need will be fulfilled. You'll be warm, dry fed. Do you know how many people in the world are not warm, dry fed? It's sad. Laura! There she is. How are you, honey? We all have moments of clarity. We all have moments of struggle. Make the most of each and every day and know on some level that you are here to grow and learn and contribute to those around you. I just want to take a moment here and thank a few of the people on Pro. Just 1 second here. All right. A little bit of patience here. Okay. I like this one. This is funny. It's simple, but it's true. Someone sent this to me. Let that shit go. And it's so true. Whatever you're currently holding on to, just let it go. Anything that doesn't serve you anymore, just let it go. People and circumstances that are clogging up your mind with chatter, just let it go. It's that simple. You don't have to suffer in silence all the time. If you see this on the replay later, please put something that you are currently holding on to that you need to let go in 2024. And know that you will be assisted and there will be some form of favor from the universe to set you in motion. And it's just as easy as tuning in to your heart and your breath. Right there is all the healing. That's all you need. No more, no less. And know that from the time that you were born, that you are divine perfection in motion. It's that simple. So, back to football. It is a little spiritual. It is a little bit of football. I am concerned, and I won't lie. At least I tried not to lie. I'm not convinced that the 49ers will make it all the way. I just don't. I don't know if they have enough tools to beat the Ravens. And it's one of those times in life where you're wondering, what is the form of success that you need, right? Will they be happy to make it all the way and not win? I highly doubt it. For many people, the Ravens have to win this year. So let's read this together. All right. Success isn't just about what you accomplished in your life. It's about what you inspire others to do. And that's so true. Be a source of healing and hope for those that are around you each and every day. And don't lose perspective of the things in life that make you feel alive with grand possibilities. And chase what makes you feel excited. What is something in your life that brings you the greatest form of excitement that isn't toxic or crazy or self-harming? Make sure that you take a moment to replenish the well. And if you can, journal. We were talking about that last night. Many people journal, and it's a great way for individuals to realize where they've been and where they're going. Angel Williams, 001, thank you for being here. We all have forms of guides, spirit guides, angels if you like. And we just have to be aligned enough and aware that they're there, and always be aware that they are trying to give us subtle messages of clarity in our daily lives. And in that clarity, I think, is true success. This is a great picture. You know, that's such a big deal now, what the athletes wear before they enter the stadium. It's a form of dress up. Oh my God, that's funny. Patrick Mahomes. Oh my God, that's so funny. You have those who know so much about football, you know, National Football League. And then you have those who only know the stars. And this individual here that I'm reading only knew that Jason Kelce was on the Eagles. And do you know why? Because Jason Kelce is one of the most recognizable athletes in the world now. And I hope that he takes this influence and does a lot of good with it. Oh, that's interesting. That must be her setup. That's a cool setup. I miss those days. Back in the day. Stephen A. There he is. All right. All right, let's take a moment here. So, are you still on the Andy Reid camp? Is Andy Reid still your favorite coach? I'm curious to know that. Bill Belichick, where do you think he'll end up? Is he going to be with the Falcons this year? It's looking that might happen. Mike Tomlin is going to stay for one more year. But I think he is better off to go to another team. He's been, I think, at the same place for too long. 17 years is a long time. And imagine what he could do with another team, with his skill set. Doug Peterson of the Jaguars. They haven't even mentioned him. Not negatively, not positively. So the ownership must love him. Kyle Shanahan is probably, I would say, in the top 3 coaches right now, and yet is rarely talked about and considered a mastermind in many ways. Peter Carroll, I would love to see as a supporting role somewhere, but not with the Seahawks, to be honest. Sean McVay, still, I think, the best coach, literally, in football. What he can do with so little and how he turned the Rams around so quickly, it's mind-blowing. Mike McDaniel, he's going to have to do something this year. I think it's time, unless they're really happy with winning 10 to 12 games and they're happy with the profits and it's just a money thing. They're not really that concerned about going in the playoffs. Some ownership might be okay with that. Justin Fields, where will he end up next year? Do you think that's possible that he will end up in one of the top 5 teams? Then I think his outcome would be very different. I'm a little saddened by the disrespect that Brock Purdy's getting this year. You know, there are reporters saying things like, oh, seven wonderful quarterbacks. First rate. Oh, and yes. And then there's also Brock Purdy. I don't think that's justified, to be honest. CJ Stroud, no matter what he does in this next game, he has proven to the world that he is going to be a future all-star. The benefit that they have right now over the other teams, and it's this simple, is he doesn't really know the element that he's in and has no idea how difficult it is to get where he is. And I think there's something greater than him that is supporting him. We all know how religious he is and how religious he has been since the beginning. He says that football is wonderful, but it is just an avenue to express and glorify the Word of God. God is number one in his world. Very few players talk about that. Jordan Love, in the last 6 to 8 weeks, I think has shown signs of being way better than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers now is getting up there. He's an old dude. He's embarking on 40. We'll have to see how well he does next year. Lamar Jackson is under insane pressure in this next game. He has to win. If he doesn't win, oh my Lord, that will be the upset of the decade. It really will be. Josh Allen, it's now or never. If he doesn't win with Buffalo this year, with everything being aligned the way it is, they're done. I heard that they're $40 million over budget. So they're going to have to find a way to win in the next couple of weeks, because I think the chances of that next year after retooling will not be the same. And that's what you have to do, is you have to wait for the planets to align, and they are definitely aligning this year. Jake Browning showed that a very third string quarterback can have moments of greatness. Bryce Young, I think, will have a much better year this year. He just needs to find a better supporting cast and weapons, many weapons, and I think they'll get a few. Look at what CJ Stroud did with a whole bunch of rookies, right? Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and a whole bunch of semi-no-names. You know, it's funny, at the beginning of the year, all the hype was on Bryce Young. And many people had doubts about CJ Stroud. And he has basically shown that whatever test he took and didn't do very well at, they need to abolish that test. And I think that was a form of manipulation, to be honest. So I'm going to say a word. We're going to do a little word game here. What does the word enlightenment mean to you? The next hashtag is accountability. What does the word accountability mean to you? One of my favorite hashtags that you should use all the time, enthusiasm. What in your life are you currently very excited about? It could be, maybe meeting someone, starting a family. It could be starting a business. It could be traveling the world. It could be getting your health, in a better state. How many of the people that you see in this world that seem to have everything, including the billionaires that own all of these teams, do they look overjoyed? Do you think they are living a daily existence that is happier than you? I'm trying to figure out what this list is about. It's very strange. I was just looking at the Lightning, the Chargers. The Lightning is hockey. But the Chargers, I think this year, if they can get a couple pieces, will really do phenomenal things. And I think they're in the process of changing the way people view the NFL. Okay, we're going to take a moment here, and we are going to give praise to a few people on Twitter Spaces. We try to do this every day. And this is a fairly new person here. Let's see if we can see this. It's coming up on your screen here in a minute. Don't know this person, but thank you. I appreciate you. Let's go to notifications again. We got Mario. Thank you, Mario. I appreciate you as well. XCEO CVO. He's a tech guy. Another individual I don't really know. Ryan, thank you. Ryan is a new friend. And he says, thank you for the constant reminder, Michael. You always seem to come at the right time. Oh, that's nice. Now, who's this? Trevor Lloyd Jones. And he's got 24,000 followers. And he is into tech, insurance, risk, data, analytics. Good for him. Okay, Antonio, another person I don't really know, but I'm following him. He's an innovation evangelist, future of work expert, helping customers grow. Wow. Here's Gene. Thank you, Gene. Oh, here's a person I've not seen in forever. Oh my God. 2 years, maybe 3. Here's a person I see daily. Highly suggest following them. They're wonderful. Last night, great Twitter Spaces with this individual here, Simone Louise. Here's an old friend, Jace Jacobs. Highly recommend him as well. Here to spread love and light. More videos on YouTube, yes. He's an author, that's right, on Amazon. I remember that. Wolverine, person has probably been following me for 10 years. Thank you for your support. He's got 42,000 followers. Julian, which is Witch Husband, and it's Follow Friday today. We have Solomon in here as well as D. Thank you. Professor Jeremy. Here's an old friend and yet a new friend. There we go. I love the candles. Thank you for your wholeheartedly, dear Michael, in the ocean of love and grace and consciousness with you all. That's nice. Can you name the people in this picture? Be cool if you could. All right. We are going to wrap this up in a second here. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. If I can get this below 30 minutes, it's easier to edit. So let's quickly do a recap. Ravens have to win. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills have to win. And I mean go all the way to the Super Bowl. The 49ers have a lot to prove as well. I feel like those are the 3 teams. The Buccaneers, if they do well in this game and keep it close, that will be far better than anybody thought. CJ Stroud, I don't think we can underestimate him, but I don't believe that they're going to beat the Ravens. It could be a blowout. It could be close. It's one of those games, I think, we don't know what the outcome's going to be. And that's been happening a lot this year, which makes it, I think, very difficult for those who make a living gambling to even have a rough idea of what the outcome's going to be. Who ever thought in a million years that Green Bay would have beaten the Cowboys? The crazy thing is the way they beat them. You know, it really was a double serving of whoop ass. It was not good. And many of the Dallas Cowboy loyals are wanting the coach to go. They're wanting Dak to go. But the truth is, they had a wonderful, I'd say even the preseason was good, right? They just seemed to find a way to choke in the playoffs. And if you statistically look at how difficult it is to win games, in the playoffs, it is very difficult. There's only a few individuals that are in that game that have had that experience. And one of them is Baker Mayfield. He's been all over the league, but he's had wins. And this won't be new to him. So if anybody is ready, I believe it's, of course, Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen, this is the time, my friend. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Continue to be a source of light for those who suffer.